Hey friends, we are here today for the tiny house tour. I live in this beautiful tiny house with my husband and our dog. We have been here for a few months now, and I just thought you guys might like to see what's on the inside. So come on in. Welcome inside. For reference, I am about 5'3", and this is kind of how wide our house is. Kind of crazy. The whole house is 200 square feet, minus the loft space. Looking down, it's 200 square feet. Let's show you the kitchen.
Sorry, I forgot your name, and it's not your fault, but just believe.
This is the kitchen. We actually have more counter space than we've ever had in an apartment. The big thing that we have here that is tiny is our tiny fridge. Probably the hardest part about living in a tiny house. The oven, it can fit full-sized cookie sheets in there this way. We have a 4-burner stove. This runs on our propane. This is electricity. All the other appliances are electricity. I love this part in the house. We've never had anything like this. It's super easy to grab things and just provides a little more storage in this tiny house that doesn't have a lot of storage. So there's that. And then our bathroom is right behind here, which I will show you later. But let's go to the living room. All right, so we have a lamp for extra lighting and storage. Coffee table, we store our blankets under there. And then under the couch, we have some laundry storage, other things, blankets. And then this is a desk. It's kind of turned into a little bit of a catch-all while we were getting ready for this video. But this folds down. This unit we use for extra storage as well. We have clothes in there. Let me show you the kitchen table. This is our cool kitchen table slash desk, whatever else we need a table for. But it lifts up on this side, and it actually does the same thing on the other side if we ever need or want to pull it away from the wall. And then, come with me down here, we have extra storage because we use all the storage that we can get in this place. So, yeah. Okay, moving on. Over here, we have a closet for 2 adult humans, all in this space. So some miscellaneous things over here, and then some very, very squishy clothing hung up here, down here. It is packed to the brim, but it works. It does what it needs to. Lastly, in this area, we have these cute little storage cubes that we use for games, jewelry, and then just decorating this table. Usually I'll sit here and do my makeup or hair, but it can also pull it out to play games or whatever. Versatile. Before I take you upstairs to the bedroom, I'm going to show you our last storage space. So all of this stuff up here is, we have summer clothing, bathroom storage, you can see toolbox, we have a bunch of kitchenware. This kitchen was fully equipped when we got here, but when we move, we are going to need to fully outfit our new kitchen. So we have miscellaneous kitchen stuff up here. You can put a twin-size mattress up here, but we use this as storage. Now, let's head on over here.
When you said you couldn't take us too seriously, I must admit I was...
Okay, welcome to the bedroom. We can fit a queen-size mattress up here in this loft. As you can see, we have just, you know, about a foot of room on each side. Our little nightstands, lamps, plugs. It's really all that we need up here. We come up here, we sleep, and then we go back downstairs. Now I'm going to head down and show you the bathroom. Here we have the bathroom. Here's our lovely toilet. I will talk more about in our pros and cons portion of the video. we have our compostable toilet, the main section of the toilet, and our fun little pee tank. And then right across from the toilet, we have the smallest shower known to mankind. Does what it needs to. And a mirror. And lastly, over here above the toilet, some precious storage. Okay, now that you have seen the whole place, I'm going to answer some commonly asked tiny house questions. Okay, the first question, how much did this house cost? I actually have no idea. We did not purchase this home. We rent this home. You can rent a tiny house anywhere from $800 to around $1,200 a month, and that's around where we pay. Along with that question, did we build this tiny home? We did not build this tiny home. She got this tiny home from Tumbleweed Tiny Houses. I'm pretty sure that those come in kits and you build them, or they send somebody else out to build them. But this was not like, you know, a refurbished shed or garage or anything. This is a genuine tiny home. Now, our propane and electricity situation. I know I mentioned some of that when we were in the kitchen. Our oven, our hot air, and our hot water all run on propane tanks. We go through about 1 propane tank a week, depending on how much we cook, how much we run the heat, all that jazz. And then everything else in here runs on electricity, and we are just plugged into our landlord's main house. That is part of the reason as to why we have a mini fridge and not a full-sized fridge. Also just the setup of the kitchen, but they could not power a full fridge out here. Okay, the bathroom situation. So we have a compostable toilet. All of the pee is filtered out into the pee tank, which we empty weekly. And then everything else goes into the main part of the toilet, which we mix with peat moss. Peat moss? Or peat moss? Peat moss. So we mix that together, and then that just composts. So that is the toilet situation. And then the shower, this just goes along with the propane or hot water. It will run for exactly 10 minutes, which, being a human with long hair who enjoys shaving and doing face masks and other stuff in the shower, is so hard. But we make it work. Now the final question, do we like living in a tiny house? Pros, cons, all that stuff. I will tell you, I don't like it as much as I thought I would. Like, I don't think I would do it again. I could not do it permanently. But I also enjoy certain luxuries in life. Just
long showers,
storage space. Like, I just like clothes. Like, we've gotten rid of a lot of clothing, but it's just nice to have like a closet where you can like push stuff aside and see all your clothes. Okay, the bathroom. Yes, it's just a nuisance. Another thing is probably sharing a kitchen sink and a bathroom sink also kind of stinks. We're being negative. Anything else we hate about the house before we move on to things we like? Going up and down the ladder to get to bed is...
I think that's so cool.
Okay, it's a pro for some, it's a con for others. But it is kind of nice having it separate. We always crack the windows open up there so there's just like fresh air blowing through while we sleep. I'd say the last thing is just lack of space. It's just hard sometimes. It gets messy easy. A lot of the time, like getting to things, you have to go through like a certain process to get like items that you like just need out, and that's frustrating. Now, pros about the tiny house. What do we like about the tiny house? The first thing that I love is that it has made me realize, even though I'm not a minimalist, it has made me realize what I need and what I don't need as much. Like all the stuff that I showed you earlier that we have up there, we haven't touched it in 2 months. Like when we go through it again, I really think that we will be able to get rid of more. The toilet is also a pro. We've done our share for our lifetime in saving the planet and not wasting water because we haven't flushed a toilet in 2 months. The kitchen. Other than the fridge being small, it is a bigger kitchen than our old apartment was. I have more counter space, so that's nice. I do like the kitchen in the tiny house. It's so nice being surrounded by windows versus in an apartment. Like we had like a railroad style apartment where it's like one room leads into the next, and so you only have windows at the front and the back of the apartment. But here, like there's windows all around, which is so nice. Maybe this is vain, but I love the aesthetic of the tiny house. Like this compared to our old apartment, I just love the look of it. I mean, it's adorable. How could you not? So it's fun living in a space that I personally think is cute. Last thing, and probably our favorite thing, and one of the reasons why we even moved to a tiny home in the first place, is we love our landlord and the community here. I use the word landlord, which is very like proper, but our landlord is Noah's sister. It's been super fun having some extra family time before we move away, and we do a family dinner every week with, you know, family, friends. That's been super fun. We'll just, you know, pop on over there 5 steps away for game night or vice versa. Part of the reason why we love living here is because of the community that we get. Thank you for stopping by and watching my tiny house tour. I hope you either found some entertainment or gained some knowledge from this video. If you want to see more of me or the tiny house, I will link my Vlogmas playlist for you. It has a lot of obviously me content and a fair share of the tiny house as well. Go ahead and subscribe before you leave, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!
And I don't care if I got much at all here in this small town, 'cause in the end we're all buried deep inside the same hole in the ground.